Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hi, I'm Trent Smith. I work for the Commercial Crew Program for NASA. And we are working to get our NASA astronauts back to the space station in low Earth orbit from U.S. soil. So we have 3 partners, but first I want to talk a little bit about the space station. Space station really is the legacy of the space shuttle, and it's been completed, outfitted, and it's entering the era of utilization. And so between commercial cargo vehicles supplying the science and the materials up and back with SpaceX and Orbital, we're now working to get a commercial crew to get our astronauts to the space station. So we have 3 partners right now. We have Boeing with their CST-100 capsule. They're going to fly on an Atlas V from Slick 41. We have Sierra Nevada and their Dream Chaser. This is a winged lifting body vehicle, again on an Atlas V from Slick 41. And then this would be a crewed Dragon capsule on a Falcon 9 from Slick 40. And so they're all working, maturing the designs, testing, getting ready to fly, and we're looking at about 2017 for crewed flight. And then right now, just on Friday, we had a cargo delivery from SpaceX, and the Commercial Crew Program is working with also with the launch services provider with the LSP program to get insight into the Atlas V launch vehicles and vice versa. Oh yeah. So that's to the space station. So the when I talk about Slick 40 and Slick 41, that's really Space Launch Complex. My apologies, I tend to work in my NASA acronyms. At any rate, so we need to get the science up to the space station and back, and really the space station, I think about it as a stepping stone into the solar system. So the space station we're going to use to develop the technologies we need to get out beyond Earth orbit into the solar system. So that's robotics, we need to mitigate radiation effects and all that. So that's the contribution of commercial crew and cargo to exploration. Speaking of exploration, we got the Space Launch System and the Orion capsule. And the Space Launch System really is a rocket to anywhere. It's a 70 metric ton evolvable rocket up to 130 metric tons. And it's going to fly 2017 with an uncrewed Orion on top. And speaking of Orion, right now in the operations and checkout building in the Kennedy Space Center, we are manufacturing and checking it out and getting it ready to go fly in 2014 on a Delta IV Heavy. That's just in a year and a half. So it's going to be, it's coming fast. And the team's working 7 days a week getting it done. So this is the rocket to anywhere with Orion. The Orion is the capsule that gets the crew up and back safely. And this big tower up there is a launch abort system. And I want to take a moment to talk about launch abort system because it is critical for human spaceflight. Our 3 partners all have launch abort systems on their rocket, on their spacecraft, and they're all using pusher systems. A pusher system's interesting because you can actually use the propellant and the rocket motors to maneuver around in space, and therefore we don't waste the weight of the tower. The tower is a more traditional system. It's what we've been doing with the Soyuz has had it, Mercury, Gemini, Apollo all had it. So it's a more traditional system, but the kind of some of the technology development that our partners are doing is with the pusher system. So that is about it as far as what's going on with the Commercial Crew Program and getting our astronauts back to space.